What's up, YouTube? Van Man back at you with another video. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Like, share, subscribe. I want to get straight to the point. I was reading. First, I got it through the grapevine, of course, off YouTube, and then I went and read about how President Donald Trump is trying to sign an order to limit NIL money. And that right there is something that I do, as I supported your campaign, but I do not agree with that. And the question is, why are you trying to stop, limit, impede, in any kind of way obstruct these young men from the projects, single mother homes, rural areas, because this transcends color. This is class. A lot of these guys, they come from these situations and they have these talents which can elevate them, elevate their family, create generational wealth. They don't even have to go pro. They can make enough money in college to start a business, do something to change the trajectory of their families. And in my opinion, the last thing they need is another hurdle, another obstacle, another blockade set up for them to overcome. Why? They already do enough push-ups, set-ups, bench press, leg press, burpees, training, dedication, their lives given over to play these sports, to create something for themselves. I also have a dog in that fight because I know a young man. He's trying to get his piece. He's out there, he's played this sport, he's dedicated his life to this sport. Ever since he was a kid. Little leagues, church leagues, AAU, middle school, high school, made it to college, got scholarships. These young men and women, they deserve a chance to make some money. Why do these schools, why do these institutions already need to make all this money? They're already making a fortune off these useless ass degrees that they go in there paying for, a lot of them paying for. The least you can do is let the athlete get some money. The one who goes out there, sacrifices his body, sacrifices his time, gives his all, puts his all into something, which is what you're always trying to teach Americans to do. So why are you going against that? That's a mystery. Why are you messing with that? You're not messing with the fat ass 75, 80-year-old coach out there who ain't did nothing. He's nothing but a man that's sitting up there scribbling up some plays on some paper, hollering at them boys, trying to keep them in, depriving them of stuff because they don't adhere to his rules, beating and whipping on them mentally, trying to snap them into shape to get them to go out there and execute and win a championship and achieve glory for him. You prop him up like he went out there and caught that ball in the corner of the end zone. Like he went out there and ran straight up through the middle and ran 70 yards and scored the winning touchdown. He didn't do nothing. He just stood over there with a headset on there hollering at folk. Why does that deserve $50 million a year? You're not messing with that. They done made enough money. They don't need to be getting no $50 million a year. As a matter of fact, them boys really don't need a coach. If they already know the rules and know how to play the game, all it takes is a 5, 11, however many is on any other sport, dedicated men, dedicated to the sport, dedicated to the rules of the sport. They can draw up their own plays. They don't need no old ass man over there hollering at them, trying to whip them into shape. Why don't you cut out that middleman? See, that's what America is all about. That's one thing that I rock with you, Trump, but that's one thing I don't rock with, because you still with that middleman shit. Why you gotta have this middleman pressing? Why you gotta be in that pressing? He ain't doing nothing. He ain't facilitating nothing. Okay, he might know somebody. Why he deserve that much? He just a middleman. Let them young boys, let them young poor boys and girls get to that money. You're just trying to create another way to try to, it's almost, I don't like to go that route, but it's like plantationists. Trying to keep them sacrificing their body and doing all this for free or at a very reduced price. So you, the already fat, can get even fatter. It's ridiculous. There's no reason. If you're gonna cut some money off them fat ass, cut them coaches out altogether. You save $50 million right there. Them boys know the rules of the game. They done had them fat ass coaches hollering at them long enough. Hell, they can. Each team got a captain. Let the captain be the coach. Let's do that. But you're always trying to cut out the wrong money. You're always trying to limit the wrong money. You're trying to limit the money of the ones out there hustling, actually putting forth effort, sacrificing everything, the ones actually out there doing. Why? So you trying to cut their money so you can give to the money to the old out of shape ass man over there with a headset on hollering? That don't really make any sense. He's actually not needed. Like I said, them young men and women, they already know the rules of the game. They know where to line up. They know how to align themselves. They know where out of bounds is. You can have referees to oversee the game, but why you need some old ass, overpaid, bloviated, big word, son of a gun over there hollering at them folk? It's just too reminiscent of a overseer or something. That is totally superfluous. Another big word. He's unneeded. Actually, okay, Nick Saban. He can be a great coach. But see, focus that $50 million on dispersing it throughout the doers. Them 35 or however many doers you got on the football team, the ones out there doing, sacrificing, lifting weights, taking all this. He don't need that, but he don't need all that money. He don't need to be the only one pulling up in a F whatever, S5, whatever. The ones actually out there doing and producing, sacrificing. They the ones that need to be pulling up and all that. You guys always focusing on taking money from the wrong parts of the equation. The young, struggling, up and coming, hustling, working every day, getting up, sacrificing every day, this, that, sacrificing sleep, sacrificing this, sacrificing that, sacrificing time with family, sacrificing all this to be good at this sport so they can one day put their family in a different position. You're going to try to take you're going to put up another obstacle for him to limit his money. It don't matter what they asking for. You either gonna pay it or you're not gonna pay it. There's no reason or there's no rhyme or reason to get in the way of that. That's called negotiation. You know about that. They either gonna pay it or they're not gonna pay it. There's no need to sign no order or getting all off into that. There's no call for that. There's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Everybody need to get, there's enough money for everybody, especially the ones that are out there doing. We're not talking about the old fat man over there, like I said, with the headset hollering. That's all he doing is hollering, drawing up something, scribbling on paper, screaming, and they do all this dramatic camera footage like he just actually doing something. Talking about he's motivating. They the ones got to score the touchdown. I don't think they need any more motivation than that. We've just been hypnotized into the thought that you gotta have some old white man over there hollering in your damn ear. You gotta hit this jump shot. Sir, he's out there, he's gonna hit all the jump shots to get you to this point now. He don't need any motive. He don't need you hollering, telling him you ain't doing nothing. I'm talking to all of them. Nick Saban, you name it. Football and basketball coaches. All them kids have to do is know the rules. Be dedicated and want to play the game. They can coach themselves. The real ones will weed out them ones that are not to be on the team. They can do that by themselves. All these jobs and everything, aside from trainers and possibly nutritionists or whatever, fine. But a coach is a totally unneeded expense. That's in my opinion. A coach is a totally superfluous expense. That money could be distributed and spent elsewhere. Facilities. And I know I'm gonna ruffle some feathers. Oh, Nick Saban. Oh, whoever that you can throw out in that, they didn't go out there and do a fucking thing. Excuse my French. They didn't go out there and do nothing. They stood over there and they was hollering. They can holler and remind to each other. All it takes from them is dedication. They already got the dedication. You break this down in your mind. You break this down in your mind and tell me, am I making sense? I know I'm making sense to the real ones out there. Since we running lean, since we trimming the fat, yeah. I understand slimming down the government. Okay, if you want to jump in that NCAA and start doing all this trimming, you trimming at the wrong place. You trimming at the wrong place. They up and coming. They trying to get it. Trim the ones that already got it. They've been sitting on a tit, swelling up. 40, 50 years. They can't even get through the door. Pockets so swole. Hopping out in Versace, this, that. Now they ain't, I'm telling you, they're very. But what I'm saying is, living in big houses and all that, okay, start chopping that. Because, man, we got smartphones. We got all kinds of technology now. We done, just like AI, cut out a lot of things. AI can really cut out a coach. He was never really needed. Like I said, all you ever needed was however many on that team. You need those souls to be dedicated and sold out to the sport. That's all that requires. They can holler and motivate each other. They don't need no old man. He came in with no knowledge. Really, what is he there for? The nutritionist. He gonna help you with your diet. I got that. Strength and conditioning. He gonna help you with your strength and conditioning. Help you lifting the weights. He's kind of iffy because they're already dedicated to the sport. But I guess he can give you some knowledge on reps and all that. Fine. He has a relevance. Strength and conditioning. Okay, whatever. We can evaluate all these positions, but this head coach position, this is really a bloviated, overhyped, oversold, overdone, just flat out done concept. I see no need in having no old fat, out of shape man over there hollering with a headset on, trying to punish you because of this. Let them boys talk amongst themselves. If they would have a whole lot when they talk about communicate this, that, and the fourth. If they didn't have you in the way, they would damn sure communicate more, because they ain't got nobody else out there but themselves. They don't need you out there, a potential glitch, hollering. You hollering about one thing, and that's like the potential old fat people do. How y'all act? You hollering at the wrong thing, and then something else going on down there. Or you hollering down there and something else going on right in your face. You messing up the game. But if you was not in the way, the ones who are down there and the ones who are up there, they're going to be on their teammates. Hey, da-da-da. Hey, da-da-da. You are needed. Hit me up in the comments. Cuss me out in the comments. Tell me how crazy I am in the comments about this head coach idea. I think it's overplayed. But definitely don't mess with them young athletes, those men and women that are trying to change the trajectory of their family's future. They got this one talent. Well, I'm sure all have many talents, but they have this one talent that stands out that has a chance to make money for them. The last thing they need is another obstacle, another idiotic thing for them to have to hurdle, overcome. That's needless. They've already done all the training for you. They've done all the running for your school. They've done all this, the blood, the sacrifice, the rest, meals. Leave them be. Leave them be. Those are the doers. Leave alone the doers. Don't mess with the doers. The doers get everything done. That's why things get done, because you have doers. Focus on them ones that are waste of money. There may be 22. You got 21 doers and one not doing nothing but hollering. Talking about he a motivation, and no, they don't need that. They motivate one another. That's how they get it done. Not everybody gonna get that, but I just want to share this because, as I said, I got a dog in this fight, and I'm speaking up for this. I'm in favor of the athletes. They have enough, and they have enough obstacles and crap put in front of them in a country that's supposed to be on their side, supposed to be backing them, backing the hard workers, backing the doers, backing those who get up off their ass and go out there and do something. But yet we seem to always be in favor of the do-nothings. We hollering about taking off. Never mind. I ain't gonna get off into that. But y'all dig what I'm saying? Those young men and women, they're the doers. They the ones who have the uniforms on. They got the playing uniforms on. This cat over here, he ain't got nothing but a golf shirt with the school logo on there, or the mascot, with a headset hollering at people out there who know the rules, who can really police themselves. They'll weed out the weak amongst themselves. Every animal in the kingdom does it. Not to call athletes animals, you dig. We all are animals. But yeah, we can do it. They can do it amongst themselves. They don't need somebody standing over there with a mascot shirt on that ain't contributing nothing. A head coach, really, his position is actually parasitic in nature. Talking about he brings all this, he brings experience. He brings experience. Experience of what? Unless he was once a doer and won a championship, okay, fine, he was a doer then. He's no longer a doer. He's been given a bloviated position to push other doers, which they don't really need. Okay. I'm pissing some people off. That's okay. I hope y'all got it though. Somebody got it. Somebody got it. But yeah, that's just my take. That's just my opinion. And take it with a grain of salt. Man, that way.